пространство сотрудничества, которое основано на взаимном уважении и соблюдении прав человека. В декларации отмечена обеспокоенность ограничительными мерами, которые не соответствуют международному праву и уставу ООН. Спорт – универсальный инструмент, который объединяет народы, и в качестве примера приведу чемпионат мира по футболу 2018 года в России и чемпионат мира по футболу в 2022 году в Катаре. Наши государства тогда приняли миллионы гостей со всей земли, разных рас, национальностей и вероисповедания. Сегодня же ограничительные политические и экономические меры, введенные в отношении России, Ирана, Мьянмы, Сирии, Северной Кореи, Венесуэлы, Кубы и других стран, наносят вред в том числе и спортивному сообществу. Высокую оценку также у нас получает инициатива государства Катар призвать международное сообщество строить спортивное сотрудничество на равной и недискриминационной основе, следуя олимпийскому духу. Особенно подчеркнута важность организации международных молодежных спортивных турниров, в том числе по традиционным и цифровым дисциплинам. В условиях отстранения российских и белорусских атлетов от международных стартов Россия проводит соревнования в открытом формате. Благодаря поддержке президента нашей страны Владимира Владимировича Путина, игры будущего стали самым ярким событием в мире спорта, объединив представителей 116 государств. И почти 30 стран-участниц диалога по сотрудничеству в Азии приняли участие в играх будущего в России. Фиджитал-игры в очередной раз подтвердили, что Россия – это открытая страна, которая проводит международные соревнования на самом высоком уровне. Также в рамках председательства России в БРИКС в этом году состоялись первые открытые игры стран БРИКС по 27 видам спорта, собрав у нас в стране спортсменов из 82 стран. В Россию приехало почти 5500 спортсменов и было разыграно 387 комплектов наград. С участием стран Азии в России ежегодно проводятся международные игры «Дети Азии», и количество стран, принимающих участие в этих играх, увеличивается ежегодно. В этом году в Якутске мы принимали 24 делегации. Мы также предлагаем запустить в открытом формате игры стран ШОС, Шанхайской организации сотрудничества, и расширить географию стран, участвующих в соревнованиях, проводимых в России. Мы с нетерпением ждем всех и возможность приветствовать вас на будущих соревнованиях в нашей стране. Сегодня мы готовимся к проведению 12-го международного форума «Россия – спортивная держава». Он пройдет с 17 и 19 октября с участием президента России Владимира Владимировича Путина в Уфе. Приглашаю все страны-участницы сегодняшнего саммита посетить гостеприимную Россию для участия в работе этой интересной спортивной площадки. Уважаемые друзья, так как я был делегирован правительством России, а именно заместителем председателя Дмитрием Чернышенко для участия в саммите по всему спектру вопросов, то я затрону и тему искусственного интеллекта. Весной этого года в России состоялся научный форсайт по искусственному интеллекту. Это мозговой штурм крупнейших ученых России по поиску приоритетных научных тематик в сфере искусственного интеллекта. Исследования по этим фундаментальным направлениям будут финансироваться в России в приоритетном порядке. Мы будем признательны, если другие коллеги поддержат наше предложение поручить секретариату ACD координацию заявок от стран-участниц на совместную научно-исследовательскую работу исследовательских центров по искусственному интеллекту из России и других стран. Объединение усилий нескольких государств для решения передовых научных задач в сфере искусственного интеллекта позволит ускорить прогресс. Россия приглашает сообщество стран ACD к участию в международном научном искусственном интеллекте форсайте в 2025 году для выработки совместных научных приоритетов. Предлагаем провести его очно в нашей стране, в России. И призываем индийских коллег, как председателей рабочей группы по науке, технологиям и инновациям и представителей всех заинтересованных стран войти в оргкомитет предстоящей встречи. Углубление связи в области физкультуры, спорта и искусственного интеллекта будет способствовать расширению контактов, укреплению дружбы, взаимопонимания. И мы рассматриваем нашу сегодняшнюю встречу и организацию в качестве неполитизированного представительного формата, охватывающего практически всю Евразию. И главная особенность ключевых региональных платформ в том, что они суверенны по своей природе, а их круг участников позволяет обеспечивать прагматичное, выгодное взаимодействие. В итоговой декларации третьего саммита диалога зафиксировано намерение сторон по укреплению спортивного сотрудничества. С этой целью хотел бы внести предложение об организации первой встречи министров и старших должностных лиц в области спорта государств-членов диалога в России. Мы готовы покрыть все расходы по проведению этого мероприятия и по пребыванию иностранных делегаций у нас в стране. Также мы считаем, что поддерживать плодотворные связи и укреплять интеграционные процессы в Азии позволяет наш диалог. Такие контакты тем более полезны с учетом фиксации в итоговой декларации нынешнего саммита тезиса относительно изучения перспектив преобразования ЕСИД в региональную организацию. Благодарю вас за внимание.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for your statement and your invitations also. Now allow me to invite His Excellency Uthman Ashkin back, Minister of Youth and Sports of Turkey.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, distinguished heads of states and governments, Secretary General of Asia Cooperation Dialogue, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to attend the third summit of the Asia Cooperation Dialogue on behalf of my President, His Excellency Recep Tayyip Erdogan. I would like to thank His Excellency Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani for his kind invitation and generous hospitality. Distinguished participants, I have a great pleasure in meeting you today at the Asia Cooperation Dialogue Third Summit, which is held under the theme of sports diplomacy. Sports is the universal language unifying people. It exceeds borders, eliminates cultural differences, and unites people around the common goal. United Nations stated in its report titled Sports and Peace that sports contribute to peace mainly through establishing relations. We should consider the sustainable management of sports for our countries as one of the most important preconditions for sustainable development, which is one of the most important goals of the United Nations and other international organizations. Diversifying the diplomacy traditions with new instruments is one of the most remarkable realities of the last 100 years, and gravity of sports diplomacy is becoming more evident among these instruments. Sports diplomacy serves as an important bridge in developing relations among states and bringing people closer to each other. We who are present at this summit today can build a strong bridge of solidarity and cooperation among the Asia Cooperation Dialogue countries, and those make our countries' voices heard more strongly on a global scale by using the power of and popularity of sports in the best way. Sports diplomacy serves as an important tool for presenting the power of a country to the world public opinion and increasing its visibility. This basically occurs in two ways. The first one is being a country successful in sports, and second one is hosting a major sports events. Medals which are won at the sport organizations demonstrates both the success of the athletes individually and the country has the system capable of training successful athletes. The biggest advantage of organizing a major sport organization is that the host country can present its appeal through the common cultural values of sports. Prominent sport organizations such as Olympic Games and World Cup are a communication practice drawing the attention of billions of people around the world, and those they are excellent platforms for the host countries to introduce their cultures. On this occasion, I would like to compliment the state of Qatar once again, which hosted the 2022 World Cup excellently for this magnificent achievement before you. Hosting major sport organizations provides international standards for the host country in the terms of technical and organizational capacities and athlete performance, and at the same time elevates the host country to the league of the mark countries in sports. Distinguished participants, as Turkey, we have been attaching importance to the sport diplomacy for a long time and take important steps in this matter. Inclusion of the sports diplomacy in the 12th development plan has been the most significant development in this field. Thus, the Ministry of Youth and Sport carries out various projects and work in order to enhance the friendship and cooperation in the international arena by using the unifying and peaceful power of sports. I would like to state that our facility construction progress, which has gained momentum, especially in the last 22 years, under the leadership of His Excellency President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, has played a very critical role in strengthening our sports infrastructure and being able to host these organizations. We consider these facilities as a legacy of the sports organization we organize in our country to our future and future generations. I can say with the pride and joy that our country has an enormous experience in hosting major international sports organizations. In the last 20 years, many international multi-sport organizations such as Mediterranean Games, World Summer and Winter University Games, European Youth Summer and Winter Olympic and Deaflympics Games, twice UEFA Champions League final has been hosted by our country together with the World and European Championships. The 5th Islamic Solidarity Games held in Konya was one of the important international organizations we hosted in Turkey in 2022. We hosted 6,000 people, 4,000 of whom were athletes from 54 countries in 24 sport disciplines at this major organization. I can say that the Islamic Solidarity Games are a sport diplomacy even rather than an organization. The Games solidified the friendship among countries through sports, and the fact that non-Muslim athletes could participate in the Games showed once again sports embraced everyone without discriminating against religion, language, and race. Turkey has gained the approval of the world sport public opinion through this and similar prestigious and major organization it has held and elevated to the status of the country, choosing the organization it organized through the identity of sport country it has gained. We are planning to add new ones to these organizations in the upcoming period. As you are aware, Turkey will host the 2032 European Football Championship, Euro 2022, together with Italy. Our country will maintain its position among the leading countries in the world by developing its sports tourism brand with its sports infrastructure and the major events it will host. I would like to state that I have great pleasure in seeing that sport diplomacy is discussed as the main theme of this summit. Summit provides an important platform in order for the member countries of the dialogue to use the unifying power of sports more effectively and to enhance cooperation between our countries by developing new strategies through sport diplomacy. I hope that the decision made and steps to be taken at this summit will provide new cooperation opportunities, further strengthen the ties of peace and friendship, and increase Asia's influence in the international arena through the power of sports. I believe that together we will walk confidently towards a better tomorrow in the peaceful and friendly world of sports. Before I conclude, I am compelled to mention that this summit is being organized in the midst of the ongoing war in Gaza and tensions in the region. We are witnessing yet again a humanitarian catastrophe in Gaza that has left countless civilians in unbearable suffering. Turkey has always advocated for a peaceful, just, and lasting solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. We have repeatedly voiced our unwavering support for the Palestinian cause and the rights of the Palestinian people. I must reiterate that there is no alternative to peace other than the two-state solution based on the 1967 borders with East Jerusalem as the capital of the state of Palestine. We hope for a world where Palestinian children can play football freely on their own fields and represent their country and flags in international tournaments. I wish that this summit will be beneficial to all participant countries, and I would like to express my happiness once again for being here. I would like to also thank everyone, especially Qatar authorities, making an effort for the organization of this summit. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Just I want to remind that according to our agenda that we have to finish at 2:30, and now we have more than 10 speakers. So, next I'd like to invite His Excellency Kirti Vardhan Singh, Minister of State for External Affairs of the Republic of India. Please.
His Highness, the Amir of State of Qatar, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, Excellencies and distinguished delegates, it is a matter of great pleasure for me and my delegation to be in the beautiful city of Doha. I thank and congratulate the State of Qatar for the grand organization of the third ACD summit and also for the warm hospitality extended to our delegation. Excellencies, I take this opportunity to also congratulate His Excellency Ambassador Nasser Thamer Al-Mutiari on his appointment as ACD General Secretary. We welcome the fruitful dialogues and outcomes during the chairmanship of the Kingdom of Bahrain and the Islamic Republic of Iran from 2021-23 and 23-24. We eagerly look forward to further developments in the ACD under the chairmanship of the Kingdom of Thailand in 2025. Excellencies, we believe that ACD is an excellent pan-Asian forum for regional cooperation and dialogue to foster peace, stability, and prosperity. We have always endeavored to further the objectives of ACD through positive and constructive engagements. The theme of sports diplomacy for this summit is indeed timely and significant. Sports has always served as a powerful medium to transcend borders, unite cultures, and foster international cooperation. Qatar has shown exemplary leadership in promoting the spirit of global unity through sports, as we witness in the unprecedented success of FIFA 2022 and Asian Football Championship of 2024. India embodies the same spirit of cooperation and collaboration while hosting global sporting events. Our various national programs are aimed to provide inclusivity and equal opportunity to our youth at the community level. Excellencies, the Doha Declaration that we are adopting illustrates the spirit for our future cooperation. I would like to share our perspectives on some of the important issues incorporated in the declaration. Excellencies, India highly values the importance of connectivity as a driver of growth and cooperation. We have taken various initiatives for enhancing rail, road, and shipping linkages, both nationally and regionally. India has extensively supported connectivity projects in the Global South based on the priorities of the recipient countries. We are also focused on enhancing digital connectivity as it plays a transformational role in socio-economic development and innovation. It is also important that sovereignty and territorial integrity are fully respected in connectivity projects. Secondly, science and technology and innovation are key drivers for economic growth and development, especially for the Global South. India has developed a robust digital public infrastructure in the field of digital identity, instant payments, and digital commerce. India's digital public infrastructure is open source and interoperable, and we are ready to share it for the global good. We are also focused on this aspect in our G20 presidency and in 2023, and the third Voice of Global South Summit in August 2024. Thirdly, we agree with ACD's objectives on education and human resource development, which are vital for developing a competitive workforce and knowledge-based economies. We adopted a new national education policy in 2020 and are committed to make India a hub of education, research, and skill development. We will be happy to share our experiences in ACD forums in these areas. Fourthly, in recent years, the world has understood the importance of creating robust supply chains for ensuring food and energy security. Qatar and other Gulf countries are important partners of India in these fields. We look forward to working with all ACD countries for enhancing food and energy security in the Asian region. Fifthly, we also believe that culture and tourism are a driving force in building people-to-people connect. India's vibrant culture and ancient heritage attracts tourists from all over the world. Our ethos are that of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which means that the world is one family in which cultural interactions and tourism play a vital role for peaceful coexistence. Lastly, we are happy that ACD Vision 2030 aligns with the UN Sustainable Development Goals and Agenda 2030. India has made significant strides in accelerating progress on the self-development goals. We have proposed a global development compact based on our development journey and experiences of development partnerships. Excellencies, climate change is a rising global concern. India has set for itself ambitious climate goals and pledged to achieve net zero emissions by 2070. Our initiatives like the International Solar Alliance and the Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure are steps forward in facing this challenge. Our Prime Minister Modi's initiative of Lifestyle for Environment calls for a mindful utilization of resources to protect and preserve the environment. Lastly, we would like to stress the importance of strengthening and reforming the multilateral system to effectively face contemporary challenges. It is imperative to collectively demonstrate sincerity in regard to reforming global decision-making, including that of the UN Security Council. Excellencies, India is deeply concerned at the escalation of security situation in West Asia and reiterates its call for restraint by all concerned and the protection of civilians. India has taken a consistent position that all issues be addressed through dialogue and diplomacy in accordance with international law. Excellencies, in conclusion, I would like to reiterate India's full support and cooperation for initiatives and work programs of the Asia Cooperation Dialogue, and we look forward to concrete activities on the agreed 6 pillars of cooperation in the coming years. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for your important contribution. Please welcome Her Excellency Sim An, Senior Minister of State at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Ministry of National Development of Singapore.
Chair, Excellencies, distinguished delegates, I thank His Highness Emir of Qatar, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, for hosting the third ACD Summit and for its warm hospitality and arrangements. It is timely that we are gathered here today. The world stands at an inflection point. Regional conflicts have weighed heavily on the global economy, which is still recovering from the widespread and significant impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. Food and energy prices have increased worldwide and have raised the cost of living for our peoples. Globalization, which had driven an unprecedented period of economic prosperity and growth, has come under significant pressure. New global challenges have arisen. the impact of climate change is no longer theoretical. Global challenges require a collective response. By working together at the ACD and other multilateral institutions, we position ourselves to address these common challenges and seize the many opportunities, including in the digital and green economies. For over 2 decades, the ACD has played a valuable role in bringing together countries from across Asia and in building a sense of common purpose and identity. The diversity in the ACD membership has brought different strengths and perspectives to the table and introduced a healthy slate of initiatives and ideas. The informal nature of the ACD has been one of its key strengths, contributing to its staying power and ability to bring together like-minded partners in support of Asian solidarity. It has enabled member states to contribute to the ACD in various ways based on their interests, expertise, and capabilities. With its core values of voluntarism, openness, and respect for diversity, the ACD's inclusive approach has allowed member states to discuss issues and initiate projects at a comfortable pace. I join the previous speakers in expressing my appreciation of the theme of the third ACD Summit, Sports Diplomacy. Asia is home to around 2,300 languages. The diversity in ACD membership, which is one of its key strengths, also requires us to devote more time and effort to building up a sense of community. Sports are a useful instrument to help achieve this. Across our vibrant and culture-rich continent, sports offers a common language. It is a universal touchpoint that transcends age, cultural, language, and geographical differences. Sports have a unique power to capture the imaginations of people, creating a shared experience that breaks down barriers and fosters a sense of togetherness. Sports represent the celebration of common values, human ingenuity, and endeavors. Singapore is and has been a stalwart supporter of the ACD. Over the past 3 decades, under the Singapore Cooperation Program, or SCP in short, we have shared our development experiences and conducted capacity-building programs for more than 154,000 government officials from fellow developing states. We hope that this has also contributed to the formation of an ACD community as officials from ACD member states come together to exchange experiences and best practices at SCP causes. We look forward to receiving more officials from ACD member states in our SCP causes. In conclusion, Singapore urges all ACD member states to foster deeper connections across our diverse region, embrace and uphold multilateralism, and work together towards the common good. As a community, we are better positioned to address the global challenges that we face today and work towards peace and prosperity for the benefit of our countries and peoples. Last but not least, I would like to thank Iran for its contributions as the ACD chair. Iran's chairmanship theme of a more interconnected and empowered Asia through new and emerging technologies is particularly salient in today's context. Singapore looks forward to working closely with the next ACD chair, Thailand. We're confident that under Thailand's chairmanship, the ACD will continue to thrive and drive progress towards a more prosperous and connected Asia. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Next, I would like to give the floor to His Excellency Hong Sok-in, Deputy Minister of Public Affairs of Republic of Korea.
His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, Mayor of Qatar, Excellencies and ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I'd like to thank the State of Qatar for hosting this year's Asian Cooperation Dialogue Summit. My sincere gratitude also goes to the Islamic Republic of Iran, which serves as the chair of the ACD. I would also like to congratulate Ambassador Saruddin Tamer al-Mutayri on his appointment as the Secretary General and express my appreciation to the Secretary General and the Secretariat for working hard to organize today's event. Before I start my statement, I'd like to express the deepest concern over the grave situation in the Middle East, which is being further escalated in the Israel-Lebanon border. The Republic of Korea urges the parties to pause their fightings and instead give diplomacy a chance to succeed. Distinguished delegates, since being founded by 18 states in 2002, ACD has now expanded into a pan-Asian forum, with its membership increasing nearly twofold. Today, it serves as a key platform for Asian countries to explore ways of expanding cooperation across a wide range of areas. With the announcements of the ACD Vision for Asia Cooperation 2030 and the ACD Blueprint, we have laid a solid foundation for advancing cooperation between member countries. In this regard, I am delighted that we have launched 6 working groups at the 19th ministerial meeting this June. I look forward to the working group successfully implementing the ACD Blueprint and developing concrete plans for ACD cooperation. I am confident that the Republic of Korea will enrich this dialogue with meaningful contribution. Distinguished participants, sports have been a key tool for promoting mutual understanding, cooperation, and peace across borders, languages, and cultures. Today, sports have extended beyond the physical spaces to be enjoyed through both online and offline platforms. Recently, Asian countries demonstrated remarkable performance on the international sports stage, and ACD member states have hosted various major sporting events. At this moment, I am truly pleased to attend this summit on the theme of sports diplomacy in Doha, the host city of the 2022 FIFA World Cup and 2023 AFC Asian Cup. I would like to emphasize the importance of implementing the comprehensive commitments contained in the Doha Declaration, including promoting peace and stability through sports, facilitating the participation of youth, women, and people with disabilities, as well as recognizing the importance of traditional sports. I believe that today's declaration will serve as a stepping stone for expanding cooperation and exchange among ACD member states, and the Republic of Korea, of course, will actively contribute to these efforts. Excellencies, the Republic of Korea has long recognized the unique value of sports diplomacy. Korea has leveraged sports to promote interaction and peace between states by actively participating in international sports events and supporting exchanges at both bilateral and multilateral level. Korea's experience of hosting several mega sporting events from 1988 Seoul Olympics to the 2002 FIFA World Cup, most recently 2018 Pyeongchang Winter Olympics, reflects our strong belief in the power of sports diplomacy to foster international cooperation and peace. Korea has strived to encourage the participation of youth, women, and people with disabilities in sports, as emphasized in the Doha Declaration. 2018 Pyeongchang Paralympics and 2024 Gangwon Winter Youth Olympics are testament to the efforts put in by Korea to include these group sports. Korea is also committed to promoting traditional sports, Taekwondo, which cultivate universal values such as peace and mutual respect, has now become a globally recognized sports and culture. Through Taekwondo, Korea is strengthening our exchanges and cooperation with countries across the world. Furthermore, our key initiatives such as Joint Sports Development Program, athlete and coach exchanges, and regional tournaments have contributed significantly to the stability, prosperity, and unity across Asia. Drawing on our knowledge and experience, Korea looks forward to working closely with our neighbors in Asia in the field of sports to bring peace and shared prosperity to the region and beyond. Distinguished participants, despite a surge in global conflicts like the one in Gaza Strip in Lebanon, Sports is continuing to serve as a means for bringing differences between countries and build peace and stability in the region. At this moment, in this time, I would like to remind you of the spirit of sports, which is to enhance peace and friendship through sports. In the FIFA World Cup 2026 qualifiers, Korea is playing with several ACD member states of the Middle East, such as Iraq, Jordan, Kuwait, Palestine, and Oman. I am confident that we all compete in the spirit of respect and friendship, which is the value we need to make global peace and harmony at this critical juncture. Let me close by expressing my sincere hope that today's summit presents a major step forward stronger cooperation in Asia, a better future for all, and sustainable development and global peace. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Please welcome His Excellency Khairat Turbayev, Deputy Minister of Trade and Integration of Kazakhstan.
Dear Secretary General, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I extend my gratitude to His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, the Emir of Qatar, for hosting this important event and for the warm welcome to the Kazakh delegation. Today's summit of Asian Cooperation Dialogue on Sport Diplomacy comes at a critical time. Sport, since ancient Greece, has unified people, celebrating diversity and acted as a powerful agent for positive change. It is gratifying to see how nations today both host regional and global sporting events. Qatar, emerging as a global sports hub, successfully hosted the 2022 FIFA World Cup and the 2023 AFC Asian Cup. We wish Qatar the best for the FIFA Arab Cup next year. Kazakhstan has proudly hosted major international sporting events, including the 5th World Nomad Games this year, with 2,000 participants from 90 countries, promoting shared cultural heritage. Dear colleagues, sport is a universal language that unites us. Kazakhstan firmly supports the principles of keeping sports apolitical. Sports should transcend political agendas and bridge divides of culture, race, and religion. We commend global sport initiatives that promote peace and inclusion. Kazakhstan continues to ensure sports are accessible to all, supporting healthy lifestyle, including the people with disabilities. Each year, we inaugurate new state-of-art sport facilities that meet international standards. Ladies and gentlemen, Kazakhstan believes that peace and harmony are built through the dialogue and mutual respect. Sport exemplifies this, and we admire athletes for their skill, not for their background. This is why sport is an essential pillar for peace and unity. In conclusion, Kazakhstan is ready to actively engage in promoting sport diplomacy for a more incoherent and peaceful world. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. I'd like to invite Her Excellency Nguyen Minh Hang, Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs of Vietnam, to deliver his statement.
Thank you, Excellency Secretary Generals, Excellencies, Heads of States and Heads of Delegations, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. It is truly my great honor to attend the third Asian Cooperation Dialogue Summit in Doha, the modern and dynamic capital of the state of Qatar and the creative hub of the Middle East. I would like to express our sincere thanks for the state of Qatar for excellent arrangements and the warm hospitality extended to our delegation. We highly appreciate the themes sport diplomacy. Recently, the United Nations has emphasized the role of sports and culture in the Pact for the Future as an integral component for sustainable development. In this moment of uncertainties and complicated situations, sport diplomacy is truly an effective instrument to forge closer ties and better understanding among nations, contributing to peace and prosperity worldwide. Excellencies, as the largest dialogue mechanisms in Asia, with 35 members, over the past 2 decades, ACD has been expanding its significant role in promoting a more united and influential Asia community and fostering an area of Asia's rise. At today's meeting, I would like to make 5 proposals to further foster ICD cooperations. First, as a continent-wide forum for dialogue and cooperations, more than ever, ICD must double down on multilateralism and together with regional mechanisms, including the ASEAN, to contribute to maintaining peace, stability, and prosperity in Asia. Dialogue for peace and stability must continue to be the mission of ICD and the responsibility of each and every ICD member. Second, ICD needs to prioritize deepening cooperations among members to foster new drivers of growth. ICD should support member countries in green transitions, energy transitions, digital transformations, promoting innovations and developing new technologies and new energies. Third, it is imperative to ensure a sustainable and regional supply chain. ICD should contribute more substantially to promote the FTAs, minimize trade barriers, and maintaining a resilient supply chain in Asia and the world as a whole, especially the supply chains of goods and energy. Fourth, we need to empower the transform ICD so that it is future ready and capable of responding to the emerging global challenges. Asia remains the world's most disaster-hit region. Most recently, the super typhoon Yagi, one of the strongest typhoons to hit Southeast Asia in decades, has unleashed destructions across the regions, affecting over 20 million people in many countries in the Southeast Asia, including Vietnam. We suggest ICD advance substantive dialogues and cooperations in ensuring food security and water security, as well as pandemic prevention and response. And finally, strengthening people-to-people connections through culture exchange, tourism days, and sports activities. With the theme of this summit, culture and sports have become new pillars in ICD frameworks. It is essential to concretize these pillars through specific activities of sport exchange, especially for the youth. Governments should also integrate culture into economic development strategies and to ensure adequate investment in promotion of culture and sport. Excellencies, in the new areas of its development, Vietnam's priority is fostering high-quality growth, prioritizing green sustainability, efficiencies, innovations, and resilience with people at the center. We also remain steadfast with the foreign policies of independence, self-reliance, multilateralizations, and diversifications of external relations, to be a good friend, a reliable partner, and an active and responsive member of the international community. We commit to actively and responsively contributing to the common efforts in building the world of peace and equal development for a prosperous and happy life of the humanity. Excellencies, finally, I just would like to reaffirm that only together and only with transformative actions will we achieve a peace, stability, and prosperity in Asia for a safer, more peaceful, and sustainable world for all. We wholeheartedly congratulate the State of Qatar for the fruitful and successful ICD Third Summit. We thank Iran for contributions as the ICD Chair in 2024, and we wish Thailand all the success as the coming ICD Chair in 2025. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for your participation and valuable proposals regarding cooperation in all pillars to achieve our common goals. Now, I'd like to give the floor to His Excellency Ihsan Afdal Khan, the coordinator to the Prime Minister of Pakistan.
Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, let me at the outset extend our gratitude to His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad, the Emir, and the State of Qatar for its warm hospitality and the meticulous arrangement for the third summit of the Asia Cooperation Dialogue. I would like to extend our sincere congratulations to His Excellency Ambassador Radin Tamer Al-Mutayari for becoming the new Secretary General of Asia Cooperation Dialogue, and His Excellency Ambassador Muhammad Taghi Hosseini from Iran as the new Deputy Secretary General. I also thank Dr. Porchai. Excellent work for promoting cooperation among Asia countries through ACD. Over the 2 decades, ACD has evolved into a strong cooperative mechanism with a permanent secretariat and a clear, actionable vision. As one of the founding members, Pakistan remains fully committed to advancing the ACD's founding ideals of creating a united and strengthened Asia community. Excellencies, Pakistan is deeply concerned over the escalating hostilities in the Middle East, urging all parties to prioritize peace. In recent months, Israel has increasingly acted in violation of international law and the UN Charter, resulting in grave humanitarian crisis. Israel has endangered regional peace and security with the ongoing genocide in Gaza. The recent invasion of Lebanon has further intensified these tensions affecting the lives of innocent civilians. The people of Palestine, Lebanon, and the wider region deserve to live free from fear and violence. It is crucial for all sides to step back from the brink and for the international community to take swift action to de-escalate the situation. The prevailing culture of impunity and disregard for international law must be addressed urgently. Pakistan reiterates its call for the UN Security Council to uphold peace and security in the region, safeguard Lebanon's sovereignty, and put an end to the ongoing humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Excellencies, the theme of this summit focuses on sports diplomacy, which is relevant for all the Asian states. Asia is the hub of sporting nation. It also resonates with Pakistan's focus on development of sports and use of sports for uniting Asian countries through various sport activities at all levels. In a world where geopolitical complexities and culture or ideological differences often challenge the path to peaceful coexistence, sports offers a unique platform that transcends borders, languages, and ideologies. They provide a common ground where individuals can interact, share experiences, and build relationships based on mutual respect and admiration. The values inherent in sports, fair play, respect, teamwork, are universal, resonating across all cultures and societies. Excellencies, the ACD can play a pivotal role in building a stronger and more cohesive Asia by promoting sport-related initiatives and encouraging collaborations among member states. This could include establishing regional sport academies, organizing joint sport events, and facilitating youth sport exchanges. Such efforts will not only enhance regional cooperation, but also contribute to the development of a shared Asian identity. Over the years, we have witnessed numerous examples of sports diplomacy in Asia across Asia. The Asian Games, for instance, have long been a symbol of unity and cooperation, bringing together athletes from all corners of the continent to compete in a spirit of friendship and mutual respect. Similarly, initiatives such as the inter-country sports exchanges, joint training programs, and friendly matches have helped to break down barriers. One of the most significant aspects of sports diplomacy is its potential to engage the empower the youth. In a region where more than half the population is under the age of 30, investing in youth through sports is just not a necessity, it is an opportunity. Excellencies, Pakistan is a sports-loving nation. We have a rich history in sports, with cricket being a particularly prominent sport, along with hockey, squash, where Pakistan has significant achievements in the past. We attach great importance to sport exchanges among the countries to promote people-to-people contacts and youth development. Pakistan is also expected to host South Asian Games in 2025, strengthen regional ties through sports. Therefore, Pakistan stands ready to play its role in promotion of sport exchanges among the Asian countries for shared development of youth of the continent and enhanced regional connectivity. Excellencies, let us champion the values of fair play, respect, and cooperation. Let us build a future where the spirit of sportsmanship guides our efforts towards peace, stability, and development. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Now I would like to give the floor to His Excellency Sergey Borev, Ambassador of Mongolia to Qatar.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished delegates. At the outset, I would like to extend Mongolia's sincere gratitude to the government of the State of Qatar for the kind hospitality and excellent organization of the third summit of the Asia Cooperation Dialogue. The government of Mongolia wishes to express its appreciation to Dr. Pornchai Tanvithana for his proven leadership and dedication to the work of the ACD. We would like also to extend our congratulations to the newly appointed Secretary General, His Excellency Mr. Nasser Rajan Tamer Al-Mutari, and wish him successful tenure. Excellencies, sports diplomacy, the main aim of this summit, is an essential, as it has been never before, because sports unite all of us, regardless of our ethnicity, race, age, gender, religion, or cultural distinctions. This gathering provides us with unique opportunity to strengthen our partnerships and promote peace and prosperity through the universal language of sport. Mongolia, with its rich sporting heritage and deep cultural ties to traditional sports, recognizes the profound impact that sport diplomacy can have, bridging nations and fostering global understanding. Sports have always been a central part of Mongolian culture, reflecting values of teamwork, perseverance, and mutual respect. We believe that these values can serve as foundation for building stronger international connection and advancing global and regional cooperation. Mongolia therefore looks forward to working closely with all member states for the greater role of sport in advancing social and economic development in our region. Distinguished delegates, as peace and prosperity go hand in hand, climate change is sending distress call and warning an alarm of impending threat, especially in our region. The 2023 report of the World Meteorological Organization indicates that climate change and extreme weather effects are severely affecting Asia. Therefore, government should take urgent measures to implement the Paris Agreement, heed the guidance of scientists, raise public awareness, regulate resource utilization, preserve and restore biological diversity, foster ecologically friendly, economically efficient technologies, such as renewable energy, and substantially bolster climate financing. With this determination, Mongolia is effectively implementing national movements including Beyond Trees and food supply and security, initiated by President of Mongolia, Khurelsukh Okhna. I am also pleased to inform that Mongolia is preparing to host the 7th Conference of the Parties of the United Nations Convention to combat desertification in Ulaanbaatar in 2026. We encourage your active support and participation in the conference. Excellencies, my delegation fully supports the draft Doha Declaration. Mongolia wishes to thank the government of Kingdom Bahrain and the Islamic Republic of Iran for ably steering the ACD during their tenures as chairs from 2021 to 23 and 2023 to 24, respectively. We also welcome the government of Kingdom Thailand as chair of the ACD for the year 2025. The government of Mongolia continues to give great importance to the Asia Cooperation Dialogue as one of the leading mechanisms to foster mutually beneficial cooperation in Asia. We remain committed to the mission and vision of our organization. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. I'd like to invite His Excellency Mohammed Nadar al-Islam, Ambassador of Bangladesh to Qatar.
His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, Honorable Heads of ACD member delegations, Excellency Secretary General of ACD, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon. On behalf of Bangladesh and the Chief Advisor Dr. Muhammad Yunus, I would like to begin by extending my gratitude to the State of Qatar for organizing the 3rd ACD Summit and the associated meetings in Doha, and also for extending a very warm hospitality. I take this opportunity to Also commend the Islamic Republic of Iran, the current chair, for their dedication to realize the full potential of this platform, enhancing cooperation and fostering deeper understanding among the member states. Allow me to congratulate His Excellency Ambassador Nasser Radan Thamer Al Muthairi on his recent appointment as the Secretary General of ACD. Excellencies, we find ourselves at a time when the challenges of food, water, energy, and health security have never been more pressing. Moreover, the compound impact of climate change, the rapid advancement of technology, the COVID-19 pandemic, and the ongoing conflicts in Ukraine, Palestine, and Lebanon further exacerbate these difficulties. At this critical juncture, we must reaffirm our commitment to solidarity and to well-coordinated multilateral cooperation, both at the regional and global levels. The ACD, with its unique composition of 35 member states representing over 4 billion people and covering 46 million square kilometers, truly serves as the voice of Asia. Despite the disparities in political systems, culture, and economic development, we are united in our pursuit of peace, stability, and shared prosperity. I am confident that under the current chairmanship of Iran and the incoming chairmanship of the Kingdom of Thailand, the ACD will continue to strengthen its role as a major force of regional cooperation. I would also like to commend the work done by Iran, Qatar, and the ACD Secretariat for the successful negotiation of the Doha Declaration under the theme of sports diplomacy in Doha, the home of the most successful football World Cup ever. Excellencies, sports have an unparalleled capacity to unite people. The youth and women, with their resilience and strength, play a pivotal role in fostering mutual understanding and strengthening people-to-people connections across borders. Bangladesh, a strong proponent of sports, believes that integrating sports into ACD's agenda will be instrumental in achieving the shared objectives laid out in the ACD Vision for Asia Cooperation 2030. Likewise, in July in Bangladesh, we witnessed an unprecedented revolution led by the youths and students, a movement popularly known as the Gen Z revolution. This revolution, driven by the unwavering resolve of our younger generation, has resulted in a transformative change in government in the early August. With approximately 48 million youth aged between 15 and 29 and a substantial portion of them engaged in education, their call for justice, equity, and transparency has resonated across the nation and has now paved the way for a fairer, more inclusive society in Bangladesh. Excellencies, we must work together at the upcoming COP29 in Baku to ensure the successful finalization of the new collective quantified goal for finance beyond 2025. Distinguished delegates, Bangladesh remains deeply concerned about the humanitarian situation in Palestine and Lebanon caused by Israeli aggression. We strongly condemn the planned killing of innocent civilians, particularly women and children, and we demand an immediate ceasefire. We continue to support the immediate establishment of a sovereign, independent, and viable state of Palestine based on the two-state solution along the 1967 line. Excellencies, for the past 8 years, Bangladesh has shouldered the enormous responsibilities of hosting more than 1.2 million forcibly displaced Myanmar nationals. This crisis has taken a toll on our economy, security, and environment. Unfortunately, we are yet to successfully repatriate none of them back to Myanmar, and the worsening situation there has further complicated the prospects of their return. We urge ACD member states and the international community to intensify their efforts to create a conducive environment for their immediate, sustainable, and dignified repatriation of the Rohingya people to their homeland. Dear colleagues, in conclusion, I look forward to the complete success of the Business Forum and the third ACD Summit in Doha. I encourage all member states to engage meaningfully and contribute effectively to ensure that the ACD remains a vibrant platform in the evolving global architecture. As a founding member of ACD, Bangladesh reaffirms its commitment to the development of an Asian community and to the strengthening of the Asian unity. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. I'd like to give the floor to His Excellency Matoshi Maeda, Ambassador of Japan to the State of Qatar.
Thank you, Your Excellency, Chair. Your Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, the Emir of the State of Qatar, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome the third ACD summit meeting and pay tribute to the efforts of the chair and the host country to arrange this meeting. I would also like to congratulate His Excellency Mr. Nasser on his appointment as the new Secretary General of the ACD. Japan has been a founding member of ACD since 2002 and has always been committed to ACD activities. It is a great pleasure to discuss sports diplomacy today in Qatar that I witnessed firsthand, being an excellent host of the 2022 FIFA World Cup football games. First of all, I would like to convey Japan's continuous determination to make international contributions through sports. Japan hosted the Tokyo Olympic and Paralympic Games in 2021, the first major international sporting event held during the time of the COVID-19 pandemic. By hosting this event, I believe that Japan has sent a message to the international community that the world is united despite the great challenge of pandemic, and that through the efforts and wisdom of mankind, we can overcome this difficult situation. Japan has also been working on various projects through Sports for Tomorrow initiative that is launched in 2014. The aim is to spread values of sports to all countries and generations through international cooperation and exchange through sports. We have built basis for the development of international sports personnel and supported the reinforcement of the international anti-doping promotion system. To date, more than 30 million people in 204 countries and regions have benefited from this initiative. Japan is committed to continue this initiative also as a contribution to the SDGs. Second of all, the virtue of the sportsmanship is a behavior of treating others with respect, fairness, and honesty during a game or competition with the set rules. This applies to the actual life, and I would like to stress the importance of upholding the rule of law as a fundamental guiding principle when countries with different values act together. Just like rules are essential to sports, the principles of the UN Charter should be the fundamental guide for our actions. As indicated in the Pact for the Future, the outcome document of the Summit of the Future, now is the time for us to reaffirm our commitment to implement our obligations under international law and to act together. A free and open international order based on the rule of law is what enables sustainable development, brings prosperity, and creates a world where all can enjoy sports peacefully. Finally, we would like to continue to work with other member states within the framework of ACD to ensure that all the people can share the value I just described. Building on this summit meeting, I hope that exchange in the field of sports in the region will become even more active, and I look forward to Japan's further contribution to this effort. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Now I'd like to give the floor to His Excellency Radwan Hassan, Ambassador of Republic of Indonesia to the State of Qatar.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad, Emir of the State of Qatar, Honorable Chair, Excellencies, distinguished delegates. Indonesia commends the State of Qatar for hosting the third ACD Summit and appreciates its hard work in preparing the meeting. We also would like to congratulate Iran on its leadership as ACD Chair as we work together to advance our shared goal of strengthening and enhancing the institutional framework for the Asian community. On this occasion, Indonesia congratulates the newly appointed Secretary General, Ambassador Nasser Radan Tamer Al-Mutairi of Kuwait, and the Deputy Secretary General, Ambassador Muhammad Taghi Hosseini of Iran. We look forward to collaborating closely with you on implementing ACD programs. As we gather for the third ACD Summit since 2016, it's crucial to focus on strengthening the Asia Cooperation Dialogue to better serve the aspiration of our diverse member states. Indonesia would like to highlight 3 strategic areas aligned with the theme of sport diplomacy and our efforts to advance ACD. First, fostering inclusive sport. An inclusive sport is essential to ensure the representation of youth, women, groups of disability, people from disadvantaged regions, as well as to create an environment where all parties are welcome. In the spirit of ACD, sport should be treated as a cultural heritage and celebrated as the achievement of athletes from various backgrounds that leads to enrich our experience both on and off the field. Indonesia's sport policies range from the empowerment of athletes, improving sport facilities, training for coaches, providing health and mental health facilities, as well as allocating the necessary funding. We have demonstrated our commitment to inclusive sport since hosting the 4th Asian Games in 1962, continuing with the 18 ASEAN Games in 2018, the 2023 FIFA Under-17 World Cup, the 2023 FIFA Basketball World Cup, and numerous other international sporting events. In this regard, we encourage ACD member states to support and endorse each other, as many are actively bidding to host international sporting events. Second, promoting sustainable infrastructure. Sustainable infrastructure is essential to our societies, supporting not only sport events, but also aspects of development. Indonesia is incorporating green infrastructure into its long-term 2045 vision, with policies focused on green projects, energy transition, social equity, and urban greenery. We believe the sustainable infrastructure offers a promising path to address environmental challenges while fostering economic growth. We are eager to share these frameworks to promote sustainable infrastructure and strengthen connection among our diverse states. Third, building a resilient ACD. Indonesia commends the significant administrative and logistical milestone, as well as the unwavering dedication to implementing the ACD blueprint. In a rapidly changing world, we must maintain a resilient ACD by reinforcing our commitment to shared goals in the Asian region through collaboration, innovation, and strong commitment from all members. As an ACD member, Indonesia remains deeply concerned about the ongoing conflict and humanitarian crisis in Palestine and Lebanon. Indonesia emphasizes the need for a permanent ceasefire to end the cycle of violence and ensure humanitarian aid reaches those in need without obstruction. We welcome the Kingdom of Thailand and wish it a success as incoming chair for the year 2025. In conclusion, Indonesia is ready to collaborate closely with all ACD member states on these priorities. Together, let us build a more resilient, inclusive, sustainable, and peaceful future for our region. Shukran jazilan. Thank you very much.
Shukran jazilan, Your Excellency. Thank you very much. Please welcome Her Excellency Lilibet Vibono, Ambassador of Philippines to Qatar.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, distinguished heads of delegation, Excellencies, on behalf of our President, Ferdinand Marcos Jr., and in the name of the Filipino nation, Please accept our most solemn and sincere greetings of peace and goodwill. We extend our heartfelt congratulations to His Excellency Ambassador Nasser Radan Thamer Al-Mutayri from the State of Kuwait on his recent appointment as ACD Secretary General. We extend our warmest congratulations and appreciation to the Islamic Republic of Iran for its dedicated and able chairing of the ACD and the warm and gracious hospitality of the summit's host, His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani of the State of Qatar. We look forward to discussing the future direction and further innovative and collaborative ideas to help promote cooperation in the ACD. We express our appreciation to the ACD Secretariat for its hard work in furthering and facilitating discussions and agreements on our agenda. The consistent and productive meetings convened by the Chair and Secretariat among ACD member states has significantly contributed to the successful outcomes of ACD meetings. The Philippines joins the member states in shaping this common future and ushering in this new era through the work of the ACD. We affirm our support to the ACD as a pan-Asian platform for dialogue and cooperation for the development and progress of our region as an Asian community. We applaud the State of Qatar for its role in designating sports diplomacy as the theme for this third ACD summit, given sports' universal role in fostering peace, understanding, friendship, and goodwill among nations, further enhanced by the tourism sector's major role in enhancing people-to-people connectivity in line with the ACD pillar on culture and tourism. We call for the expeditious implementation of the ACD Blueprint 2021 to 2030 across all pillars. The Philippines stands ready to support the prime movers of our 6 ACD working groups, namely the Working Group on Connectivity, the Working Group on Science, Technology, and Innovation, the Working Group on Education and Human Resource Development, the Working Group on Interrelations of Food, Water, and Energy Security, the Working Group on Culture and Tourism, and the Working Group on Promoting Approaches to Inclusive and Sustainable Development. These priorities are well aligned with our own national agenda. We commit to exploring opportunities for action and collaboration with members as we strive to meet the UN Sustainable Development Goals by 2030. Together with the member states of ACD, the Philippines reaffirms the primacy of the rules-based international order as the overarching framework in finding immediate and just solutions to the various crises facing the world today. With this, we again congratulate the Islamic Republic of Iran for its very successful ACD chairmanship, and we look forward to the chairmanship of Thailand in 2025. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Ahmed Mafaz Muhyiddin, Ambassador of the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka to Qatar.
His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, Emir of the State of Qatar, distinguished heads of state, heads of government, excellencies, and ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a great pleasure to address this distinguished assembly at the third summit of the ACD in Doha, Qatar. At the outset, I wish to convey our sincere appreciation